Hi there, Scorpio. This is the Spirit Warrior with your weekly reading. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. The first row here is your current energy, and you have the Five of Swords. This one really wants to, these two apparently want to come out. So we have, I think it was this way, the Page of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. You may have noticed that I've started doing bonus readings. They're coming out around Thursday or Friday, depending where you are on the planet. So the last reading was a most interesting reading. So if you haven't seen it, why not check it out? The second row is the challenges, and we have the Nine of Swords, the Hangman, and the Judgment card. Also, can I ask, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, can you do me a big favour and click that button? I really am trying to strive towards building the channel, and it would really help me out, and I'd be deeply appreciative. In the third row, which is your opportunities, we have the High Priestess. We have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Three of Pentacles. The last column is the possible outcome for the reading. And here comes the Two of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. So on first reflection, there is a fair amount of pain, suffering, and reflection. We have the Three of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles, which suggests, Scorpio, that there's been some tough times in your life. Of course, the Five of Pentacles is a conflict, and there's been a victor and a victim. So the Three of Swords tells me that it's most likely that you have been the vanquished, that there's been a situation that you've had a battle with somebody who is willing to win it at any cost, and this has created great pain and suffering. And you've had to go away and regroup and rebuild your spirit and your life. So now may be the time to reflect on this situation and contemplate how you can move past the pain and suffering. The Page of Pentacles can mean a new message on its way, and he is also a learner page. And it may mean that the answer to this situation is to invest in yourself. So this, of course, could be a work situation or a relationship that has come to an end, and you've decided that is no longer useful in your life, and it really is quite detrimental to what you want to achieve in life. So if you carry the pain and sorrow forward in life, then really this person here has really won, hasn't they? That it's important to get over these situations as quickly as you can. And one path to that may be by applying yourself to a new vision. So that may mean that you read a book, or that you go to a seminar or do a course that helps build up your self-esteem, or you start to find a new purpose in life. The Five of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords clarifies the Page of Pentacles, and the Hierophant clarifies the Three of Swords. So the Knight of Pentacles is a card of planting seeds, and it kind of sits beautifully with the Page of Pentacles, doesn't it? That is about an investment in yourself, which is in turn planting a seed. So it is saying that as you move on from this conflict, that it's time to consider where you're going to plant your seeds and what you're going to harvest from those seeds. The Knight of Swords is a highly energized and frenetic card, but he can be a bit rash. So it really is kind of saying, don't jump to conclusions, that you need to be considered in what you decide to go and do in the future, because sometimes if we're too rash, we jump back into the fire. So there is this kind of balance happening between the two knights, isn't there? There's a lot of energy that you need to use and harvest to prepare for a new path in life, but you also need to be considered and work out what that path will be. And the Hierophant is a card of guidance. He is a conduit between the divine and the earthly plane. So if you ask the divine, if you pray, if you meditate, you may receive the answers that you require to move on. The Hierophant is also a man of the church. And of course, in the Christian faith, forgiveness is a major plank or a major element about how we treat others. And maybe what the universe is saying, that the path to moving on is forgiveness. It doesn't mean you have to forget. It doesn't mean you have to absolve them of all their sins. It just means that you need to accept the situation that has happened, and this will help you heal this pain and loss and help you move on in life. In the challenges, we have the Nine of Swords, the Hangman, and the Judgment card. So these challenges actually read quite like a book, don't they? So the Nine of Swords says it's been a nightmare and it's keeping you awake at night because it's going round and round in your head and you can't move on from it. The Hangman is the universe saying it's time for a new perspective. It's time to let the nightmare go. The man has contorted himself on the tree of knowledge so that he can see life from a different path. And so this is saying there is a new path, but it may not be the obvious path, that you may need to reflect and contort yourself and your mind and your ideas into a different shape so that you can see a different path, a different way, or a new path. And the Judgment card is the end of a cycle. So indeed it says there is an end to this pain and loss, and it has you rising up from the ashes of your past life. So you've moved on, you've healed the pain and suffering, and now you're ready to rise up and claim new possibilities in your life. The Nine of Swords is clarified by the Two of Pentacles, which sits over here as well. The Magician clarifies the Hangman, and the Star card clarifies the Judgment card. So this has become very powerful here, hasn't it? The Two of Pentacles talks about rebalancing, and of course, when you go through loss and pain, it does skew your life towards the darkness of the nightmare. It's hard to see the light, isn't it? And the Two of Pentacles says that there needs to be a bit of juggling to go on here, that you need to rebalance and put back into harmony the things that have been distorted by this conflict. And the Magician is a card of new beginnings. He is the master creator, and he has all the tools to create the things you truly desire in life. So as you see a new path or a new perspective in the Hangman, now you have the tools to create that new path in life. And the Star card says that as you rise up from the ashes, your dreams and wishes will be fulfilled. So it is an amazingly positive row here for you here, Scorpio, isn't it? Life is starting to look a whole lot better. In the opportunities, we have the High Priestess, the Two of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. So the High Priestess is another card of guidance. It allows you to go behind the veil and intuitively feel the new path, the new possibilities in life. And it may also influence your dreams. So the nightmares of the past may disappear, and now you're starting to get a positive vibe back into your life. Of course, the Two of Pentacles, for a second time, says it is time to recognize the things in your life which are out of kilter. And of course, that may be the relationship or the circumstance that has put your life out of balance. So it could be a work-life balance. There needs to be a readjustment so that you can move on in life. And the Three of Pentacles is a card of gathering with people around you to create something masterful in your life. So it's a card of application and a card of friendship and the synergy of working together with others. So the feeling I get is that there are some relationships or it may be a work situation. So you may be working so much that there is no other space for anything else in your life. And this may include other people. And this is saying now is the time to open up your life to others. And this will be a very positive and creative situation. So there is some readjustment about how you're living your life required here for you, Scorpio. The High Priestess is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. The Tower card clarifies the Two of Pentacles, and the Emperor clarifies the Three of Pentacles. So the Tower card appearing truly screams that there is an imbalance in your life, because the Tower card is about having weak foundations in a situation in your life, and that you've built a life that has overgrown the strength of the foundations, and this is why these people are falling out of the tower. And this does say that there is an urgent need to rebalance your life, otherwise you may experience a tower moment in your life, which can be, the end of a relationship, the end of a career, some other cataclysmic situation in your life. Of course, the Tower card can also mean an epiphany or an aha moment. So you need to be open to the possibilities of information. So the intuitive power of the High Priestess to receive information, which may allow you to readjust your life to avoid a ballistic tower moment coming through your life. The Emperor is the boss of the tarot. He is strong, powerful, decisive, and ready for action. And it says that now you are coming into your strength, that you are feeling more powerful, and maybe you've created some boundaries which will inoculate you from having these circumstances in the Five of Swords again, that you have the self-belief and that self-love that will help you power towards a better life. And the outcome of this life will be the Ten of Pentacles, which is an amazing legacy. So there is a really positive flow here, but there are some things that you need to attend to here, aren't there, Scorpio? That you need to join with others to help create this new life or this new situation or this new path. And you do need to rebalance your life, and you need to listen to the High Priestess so that you can receive the guidance that will help you lay a new foundation which will be strong enough and will deliver you the legacy in the Ten of Pentacles that you truly deserve. In the possible outcome, we have the Two of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. So the Two of Wands is a card of having built a foundation. You can see the wand bolted to the castle says that you've created much here, but now you're looking over the horizon for new options and new paths in your life, and you have the fiery energy of the wand in the left hand and all the possibility of the universe in the globe in your right hand. So now you're looking for ways that you can rebuild your life and look for the new path that you truly desire. And the Ace of Pentacles is that new path. You can see it going through the hedge, through the green grass. And this suggests that there is an incredible flow of prosperity and abundance available to you as you take this new path. The Five of Pentacles is saying that you don't want to be stuck out in the cold, that after difficult circumstances, sometimes these negative feelings feel like a crutch, don't they? That you wear the pain and suffering like a badge and it holds you in the place of negativity and poverty and not being able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And really, this is like a roadblock to these two cards, isn't it? That you need to be open to the new possibilities and embrace the Ace of Pentacles, but you need to be aware that the negative framework of your mind can be a roadblock to you receiving the things that you justly deserve in life. The Two of Wands is clarified by the Five of Pentacles. The Seven of Swords clarifies the Ace of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune clarifies the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles reappearing to clarify the Two of Wands really is the universe screaming at you here, Scorpio, isn't it? It's really saying that these feelings and thoughts of negativity are really a stumbling block to you moving on. That it's like a dark veil that says life is never going to get better. And it's also about the fear of stepping out in the future, that what if I step out in the future and it all turns to crap like it has in the past? And this is really about seeing the light from the Five Pentacles in the stained glass window. That is the light of life. That is saying, even in dark times, there is light, and that at this time to move on and embrace the new path in life, that you need to see the light shining through the window, that you can be optimistic even in truly dark times. And sometimes it takes the flicking of this switch to open up the full vista that the universe is promising you here. And the Seven of Swords, of course, is a card of lying, cheating and stealing. And I get this feeling between the Five and Seven of Swords that you need to be wary that this person here never takes no for an answer, and that they may try and do dastardly things in your life, that they may try to trip you up or put roadblocks in your life that prevent you from embracing the new path that you truly desire. Of course, it can also be a card of doing things differently because he's stealing the swords so he doesn't have to battle with the soldiers in the morning. It can be a card of new strategies and trying different things as you move on in life. And that Wheel of Fortune is a card of amazing momentum, and it says the wheel of life is turning, and it's turning away from the Five of Pentacles. And this period of darkness and poverty and feeling down in the dumps is over, and that you need to embrace this energy and move on in life and get ready for the abundance and prosperity and the good fortune that is promised in this reading. Now we'll draw one more card, which is the overarching energy for the reading. And it is the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles is a card of review. He's standing over the harvest of the pentacles he's created, and he's reviewing about how he feels about this situation. Is it good enough? Can I do better? Is there a different way? Is there a different seed I need to plant? Is this what I really want to do in my life? And so this is kind of the underflowing energy of the reading here, isn't it? It's about moving from the nightmare in the Nine of Swords and looking at life through a different lens and rising up and embracing the new beginnings with the Judgment card and getting together with others and creating something masterful for your life. So this is the underpinning process that you need to make decisions about where you truly want to go in life. And the Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the King of Pentacles. So he is the master of money and finance, and he is an incredibly positive omen. And he says the time of the Five of Pentacles is over, and now there is a positive flow of money, and it really suggests there is a breakthrough in your life. Now is the time to open up to the rewards of life that you've invested here, the changes that you've made, and the decisions you've made that will truly bring a positive outcome to your life. I hope you like that reading, Scorpio. Give me a like and subscribe so you can catch me next time. I send you much love, joy, peace and happiness. And this is the Spirit Warrior signing out. Ciao.